Good morning and welcome to the Forex Daily Update, brought to you by Pepperstone on Wednesday the 30th of May 2018. I'm Darren Sinden, and you can follow me throughout the day on Twitter by using @ds_Pepperstone. So let's take a look at overnight changes and price moves to be aware of. Relative calm, I would suggest, on the world's global foreign exchanges overnight. I do just want to flag some big figures though in three instruments. First of all, Euro US dollar 115 trading there, 115.4270 shortly before we recorded the video. Dollar yen, the yen strengthening, and the rate there at 108.64. So the yen continuing to make gains against the US dollar. The dollar index for its part trading at 94.84 shortly before we recorded the video, moving ever closer to another big figure change, and the possibility of the US trade weighted index moving to 95 surely can't be ruled out in the current climate. Right, what's on the calendar? Events that may move the markets today. A reasonably interesting calendar. We've already had speeches from Bank of Japan Governor Kuroda and Reserve Bank of New Zealand Governor Orr. And building permits data out of Australia as well. A somewhat disappointing read there. To come at 6 a.m. GMT, we'll have retail sales for April out of Germany, and that'll be followed at 7 a.m. GMT by the harmonised index of consumer prices from the country for May. This is, of course, the EU's preferred method of calculating inflation. Then at 8 a.m. GMT, we're back to Germany for unemployment data for May. We'll have the Swiss ZEW survey expectations data for May as well at the same time. And then at 9 a.m. GMT this morning, we will have business climate data out of the EU for May. Again, it'll be interesting to see how businesses are reacting to weaker economic data and the political turmoil in Europe that's ongoing. Moving on then to 12:30 GMT and crossing over the Atlantic to the US for gross domestic product data for Q1 out of the US. As we'll see a bit later in the video, there's reason to think that the US economy can continue to grow. We'll also have personal consumption expenditures data for Q1 out of the US, and so we'll look at the health there of US consumers. And then at 1400 today, in Canada, we'll probably have the pick of the day's data, and that is the Bank of Canada's interest rate decision for May, and that'll be followed at 14:45 by a speech from Swiss National Bank Chairman Mr. Jordan. And to close the day, if you're still around in the markets at 23:01 tonight, we'll have the GfK Consumer Confidence Survey data for May from the UK. Right then, breaking news and comment that's caught my eye overnight. First of all, US and Asian equities have sold off again on revived US-China trade war fears and the ongoing political uncertainty in Italy. Meanwhile, North Korean officials are due to arrive in the US today for further talks about a mid-June summit in Singapore. So whilst the summit was supposedly off, it's looking like it could be back on, and I think the fact that North Korean officials have gone to the US is quite significant. And meanwhile, gold has tested back above $1,300 an ounce. However, the yellow metal is not yet out of its recent downtrend. So, food for thought, something to take away with you into the trading day and beyond. Well, why not think about this? Geopolitical uncertainty is dominating the headlines at present, and weak macro data in Europe has been a cause for concern for the markets of late. But there seems to be little sign of a downturn in the US, and Credit Suisse recently said that they saw no chance of a US recession before 2020. And now US broker Charles Schwab has also added its voice to that call, saying that the US economy can continue to grow from here. And the chart here provided by Schwab Research shows the US leading economic index over the period from 1975 to the current date. Schwab's observation is that since the mid-1970s, the average span between a peak in the leading economic index and the start of a subsequent recession has been 13 months or thereabouts. And they point out that this index, the leading economic index, is still accelerating higher, and therefore, on that basis, a US recession is some way away. Right, please take a moment to read the risk warning. Trading CFDs and or foreign exchange on margin can be a risky business. If you're in any doubt about those risks or the suitability of leveraged products for you, then please do contact your Pepperstone account representative. Thank you for your time.